What is up, my good people? This is the Mega Bull. And in this episode, I'm going to connect the dots between two Simpsons episodes. No, actually, three Simpsons episodes, and how they're predicting the rise of cryptocurrency when the US goes bankrupt. So, first, let's look at this board. This is in one of the cryptocurrency episodes. And what's interesting is that it happens overnight. So in uh, this is referring to crypto, I believe. And I think that you're going to see a sudden flip of the switch happen. Now here, you can make the argument that this looks like Bitcoin, right? The symbol. This looks like Tezos. And you can make other guesses as to what these symbols may be a representation of. Is this like Dash, right? And I was looking at it, and this is an arrow that's used in calculus. I don't remember the term for it, but I know it's used in mathematics. And SHA 256 is really interesting. I was asking myself, what is SHA 256? And interestingly enough, SHA 256 is an algorithm that was created by this agency here. I'm not going to say the name, but you see it right here written down. In 2001, it was created in 2001. And it's a patented cryptographic hash function that outputs a value that is 256 bits long. And what is hashing? It's an encryption that is transformed into a secure format that is unreadable unless the recipient has a key. Okay, so that's important. And who was working for that agency? Well, none other than David Schwartz. And he's part of the Ripple team. Now, as you go here, it starts breaking down with a lot of things that seem pretty interesting that I'm trying to figure out. But nevertheless, at the end of it, we see that this is highlighted, and these three dots looks very similar to the Ripple logo, right? And then you have these symbols here, which now you see that this right here, this symbol is different. It almost looks like an A here, and here it was a backwards E. But anyways, this happens at night, and I think it's symbolic for probably the rise of crypto while there's bankruptcy happening in the US. Now in my last video, I covered this, where Mr. Burns goes bankrupt, and I said, what does this look like? It looks like the White House, right? Bankrupt. That almost looks like the White House. And that's me talking right there. But yeah, he goes bankrupt. If you haven't seen my last video, go check it out. Here, let me actually show you. There is a quick overview of the White House. You see right there? Now, if you compare that, very similar, right? Okay, now you see Lisa, where she says these things.
Wasn't I wearing a hat? Yes, you were. Now, in conclusion, my administration will focus on the three R's. Reading, writing.
Okay, and she says my administration will focus on the three R's. What is Biden's administration focusing on? It's focusing on the three B's. Build back better, right? And I noticed that, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. Okay, and here, listen to what she says.
As you know, we've inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump. How bad is it, Secretary Van Houten?
We're broke.
The country is broke? How can that be?
Well, remember when the last
You see-
administration decided to invest in...
The country...
You see?
How bad is it, Secretary Van Houten?
We're broke.
Okay, and you saw that chart, right? It showed everything going down. If you look here in this episode with Mr. Burns, he's asking them, how bad is it? Because he invested in his stocks, right? And he wanted to know how bad they were doing. Let's see here if it loads. Right there, right? It goes straight down, which is very similar to what you see here. All right. So I think that if you connect the dots, everything points to the rise of crypto and the bankruptcy of the US. And um, it's interesting that with the algorithm, this hashing algorithm, it's part of this agency. And who works for it? None other than David Schwartz. So connecting the dots here, very interesting. So if you like this channel, subscribe. Thank you for watching. This is the Mega Bowl Experience, and I'll see you in the next one.